the pure, genuine excitement you seem to have about going to Buffalo. And is it true, like, the first thing you did was ask Kevin about, meeting the front office and getting to know those folks right off the hop and going around and getting to know, like, I love that. What was that kind of the motivation behind that?
I took a lot away from Vegas and how it started with the ownership and Bill Foley. And he was an unbelievable owner. He treated us so well. And I saw it right from the first day I was in Vegas. And I saw that as a huge culture thing. And that was one of the things that I wanted to make apparent, is that coming in and they want me as a big piece in the future. And I knew that if I was going to be here for a long time, I want to get to know everybody, not only my teammates, not only the coaching staff and management, but everyone in the front office and the people that work behind the scenes to make it happen. Because we are an organization. It's not just the players on the ice. It's not just the coaches. It's not just the ownership or anything like that. I wanted to get to know everybody. And you know what? I learned from guys like Marc-André Fleury, and he was a guy that I got to look up to and watch and see how he carried himself and see how he interacted with people and how much he cared. And it really went a long way with not only our teammates, but with the organization. And he is probably still the most loved player to ever play for the Golden Knights. And it's just an unbelievable thing to watch and be a part of there. So just learning little things from him. And I had good relationships with the people in the front office in Vegas. And I wanted to continue that and create good relationships with the people in the front office in Buffalo. And I know with COVID, it's tough and that, and some people working from home. So I still needed to meet a few important people. I think everyone's important in that front office. So that's just something that I took to heart right away. And that's the type of person I am. I'm outgoing. I like meeting new people. And I think that was, I guess it was a big thing. And Kevin really liked it. I wasn't going in there to try and impress the GM. I was going in there genuinely to just meet people and understand how this organization works and find the ins and outs. And because you never know, who will change your life and who will help you one day down the road and stuff. So I just think it was a good introduction.
Yeah, you mentioned Marc-André Fleury. I'm a Pittsburgh guy. I watched watched him for 15 years here or whatever it was. The connection that he had with his fan base and with his city, I've never seen anything like it. That guy's got a way about him. And you mentioned learning stuff from him. Is there anything specific that you took from that kind of lesson? Because again, he's a model, I think, for how to connect with fans and how to connect with the city. And that's an important thing everywhere. And in Buffalo specifically.
Everything. I try to take everything. Everything that guy did was perfect, honestly. Yeah. He was the ultimate teammate. He was the ultimate fan favorite. He was a leader. Even as a goalie, he could have had the C on his chest, and it would have been, guys wouldn't have even blinked or even thought differently of it. Because he meant that much to not only the teammates, but the organization in general. And right from the start, walking onto that stage, you knew that he was going to do something special on the ice and off the ice when he got his name called during the expansion draft. So, he tries to make a difference in everyone's life, and in a positive way, that is. And he's done it without fault. And it's something that I've really aspired to in my time in the NHL. And I'm trying to make my footprint not only in the NHL, but now in Buffalo. And I tried to do it in Vegas. And I started my own foundation when I was out in Vegas, and I was based in Vegas and Syracuse. And now it's even easier having an LLC in New York to be based in Buffalo, to try to start really rolling that out and growing it and really trying to make an impact in the community in every way possible.
Have you felt any returns on the efforts you made there? Like, do you feel that kind of building connection with the fan base and with the community? I know you've only been there for a few weeks, but you put a lot of time and you care a lot about it. So what kind of bond do you feel already, if there is one?
I do. And I think people really, I think at first people I didn't really believe I was a true Sabres fan. And so when I went to the first interview and I tried to rattle off as many guys I could think of off the top of my head for that Eastern Conference run back in the day, mentioning I was neighbors with Tim Connolly growing up and just little things. And people have already shown excitement. And I'm on Twitter and I see people tweet at me all the time about how excited they are to have me. And that really, truly means a lot to me. And I don't take that for granted. And I really want to make each and every one of those fans proud. And there's also some people that obviously I think myself and my teammates want to prove wrong out there. And also people we want back on our side, because it's been a couple of rough years here in Buffalo. And I think we are heading in the right direction. And talking to Kevin Adams and Don Granato and guys that really do truly care, not only about their jobs, but about Buffalo and about the Sabres organization and about trying to turn this thing around. Because I mean, I think we have a great group of guys in the locker room, and I think we have a lot of talent. And I've heard that from previous players and coaches that I've been with that we've played just this year or even before I was in the lineup and stuff. And they're like, wow, like you guys should have a hell of a team going forward. And obviously it's not 100% and there right now. And we're not playoff contenders and Stanley Cup contenders right now. But I think for the future, that's going to be real significant. And it gives us a lot of confidence going forward as a team.
I'm going to talk about some of those players in a second, but like Buffalo is one of those places, man. It's a great city. I've never had a bad moment or a negative thing to say about up there, but it seems like fans there want to know that it matters. You know what I mean? Like they need to feel something extra, and part of that I think is because of the problems that they've had over the last few years. So like, I don't even know if that's a question so much, but it's cool to see a connection with you and that fan base already, because that seems like they need a little bit more there than I think in other places.
Yeah, no, I mean, the best example is the Bills. Mm-hmm. Honestly, through and through, there was a little bit, I mean, they always had their fan base. And they were wavering and stuff and struggling for some years. And I've always been a Bills fan, and I've really watched Josh Allen the last few years. And I see not only what he's done on the field, but off the field and his connection with the fans. And I see Josh Allentown Pizza, and I see them, how he embraces them. They embrace him. And that's what I want for the Sabres. And I don't even want that personally. I just want that for the whole Sabres organization and my team and my teammates, because I think that that's what we can do in the city because of how good the fans, I've seen how good the fans can be in the past. And I've seen how much they care day in and day out. And they might not all be in the stands right now. And I know we're with the border and stuff like that, we are missing some fans from St. Catharines and, but I really do think we have a good, strong fan base. And I just think they're waiting for us to capitalize on it, because they do have it in their hearts to really support us. And I think they still do, but I think they need a little bit of a boost to even up their support. And I think that that's what I want to come in and show how much I care. And I think that I already saw it from day one, seeing all these young guys and talking to the guys. They love it here. And that hasn't always been the case with players in the past that have really bought into being a Buffalo Sabre. And I think that that's something that a lot of guys have really shown, not only to the fans, but to me. And it's been really good to see that. And to be in that system and in an organization that cares that much and with teammates that care that much. So I think we are going to turn it around. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but it is going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to get to the point where they're going to be like, oh yeah, remember those down years? Well, not anymore. And that's kind of what it is with the Bills right now. Remember those down years with the Bills? Who cares about those? It's here and it's right here and right now. And it's a lot of fun.